doesn't scare us.
So basically, anybody who wants to put on a show at Lehman, who wants to rent a space, they have to come through Lehman Stages to do so?
No, 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 no. We have 4 facilities. We have the Lovinger Theater, which is a 500-seat space. Okay. We have the Studio Theater, which is seats about 125. Then we have the Dance Lab at Lehman, which is a wonderful dance space, smaller, 80 seats. And then we have the Student Experimental Theater, which is primarily the theater program's primary teaching space. The Performing Arts Center seats 2,300 people. Obviously, if you're looking to book a house that large, you don't come to us. Most of the stuff that we do is very, very community-based. Graduations, church groups, civic things, government things that want to rent the 500-seat space. So that's, when you come to Lehman, there are sort of 2 people that you can either talk to, depending on the size of your event.
All right, so tell us, what are the plans, the immediate plans, Lehman Stages? What plays, what shows are coming up? What are you guys producing that you're excited about?
Well, we have so many things going on, and I know some of my colleagues are coming on to talk a little bit more about them. But we have Bronx Rep coming up in the fall. We have Summer Works, which is happening right now, which is a performing arts festival for the entire family. We have The Tempest, which opens tonight. That's theater outdoors. We have Serenade Under the Stars, which is music outdoors. We have the Kids Rule Weekend, which is for kids from 1 to 92, pony rides and games, and it's all free. That's what we're doing this summer. In the future, what we'd like to do and what we plan to do is sort of make a name for ourselves as sort of a goodwill ambassador for the college, and continue that work, and to continue to build very, very viable, exciting, original work out of Lehman. Because I think the stuff that we can create, Lehman can call its own. You know, Lehman can own it. Mm-hmm. And with the talent we have here, I don't see any sort of problem with some of the work we're doing here going on to, you know, sort of bigger and better things.
Between the work that you guys are doing and the Performing Arts Center alone, you guys are making Lehman a major entertainment hub for the Bronx like never before.
Yeah, I think that's part, you know, again, I can't speak for my colleagues at the Performing Arts Center, although I'm pretty sure that's part of what they're trying to do. But I know for us that Lehman College, being the cultural hub of the community, is very, very important. I know Bill Aguado, when we first started, when he heard about us and heard what we were doing, he called Lehman Stages a cultural anchor for the North Bronx. And we were excited by that. We were excited about that idea. So we really, you know, that's a mission we'd like to fulfill.
Mm-hmm. And tell me a little bit more about the, I know we're going to be talking to some of your colleagues in a minute, but tell me a little bit more so that when they come on, they can tell us more specifically, what are some of these repertory companies that fall under your wing? There's a professional theater company. I understand there's also another theater company. Am I right?
There's the Children's Theater Company at Lehman. Those shows we take current and alumni emerging professionals from the theater program, and we create these children's shows that are basically taking fairy tales and sort of twisting them. We call it fairy tale sketch comedy. And we have a whole repertoire of shows that we take and we sort of make viable for adults and children. And they seem to be very popular. We take them all over the place. And what's great for the actors is for a lot of them, it's their first professional gig. Because what we're trying to do is we're not trying to just send more actors into the world. Because you can start a program anytime you want. What we'd like to do is we'd like to have a place where these actors are employed. The actors coming out of the theater program at Lehman, we'd like to employ them.
Mm-hmm. And what is your demographics in terms of like the audience? Who is coming to Lehman? Is it Lehman students, or is it the whole Bronx, or is it the whole city? Who's coming to these shows?
What we'd really like to do is take it step by step. I'd like to, if I could get, you know, everybody in the Bronx to come to the shows, that would be enough for me. We reach out to the Bronx, the Lower Westchester, Manhattan, New Jersey. We try to get, you know, everybody we can. But I would love to see some sort of thriving Bronx audience that I could rely on regularly. And that's, you know, I've been doing it a long time, and that's always a fight. Mm-hmm. But I think it's more about getting the word out about what we are and what we do. And I think that probably
I recently had someone here from the Pregones Theater, which is a local Hispanic theater company here. And one of the things that she and I were discussing, the director of the theater, was the fact that you know, in our community, in the minority communities, let's just say, which is most of the Bronx, we end up wanting to spend 50, 30, 40 bucks on a salsa concert, much more than we want to spend it maybe on a good play. And how do you work with people's minds to make them understand that there's a lot of valuable culture here at the theater?
Yeah, well, what I'd like to do is mix up a magic potion and have them drink it and brainwash them into it. It's very, very hard. And I ran an organization called the Belmont Italian-American Playhouse on Arthur Avenue for a lot of years. And what we found with the Italians is if they couldn't eat it or drive it or drink it or wear it, they didn't want anything to do with it. So it's a constant battle. What we are good at doing is if we get them in the front door, they'll come back. So what we focus on and what we make very, very, very important is once they come in the door, the work has to be excellent. Okay. So there's no time for anything else.
We'll take a short break, but when we come back, we'll be talking to some of Dante's colleagues at Lehman Stages. We'll be right back.
Why just go to the theater when you can have the theater come to you? Marilyn Sokol, Lehman College's Emmy, Tony, and Obie Award-winning distinguished lecturer, brings her tribute to Broadway legend Fanny Brice to the Lehman stage.
Hi, this is Marilyn Sokol, inviting you to meet the best of Broadway and film in the Working Professionals series, which I host at Lehman College. Contact the Department of Journalism, Communication, and Theater for more info.